but that's why it pains me, because coming back to this understanding that that we're not just getting one Superman, we're getting two. James
Yes, and the
Gunn did not,
second one is the unwanted one that
and that's
nobody asked
exactly
for.
what I'm saying. So we're not only getting Ian Clark Kent, but now we're getting the Black Superman film, which
Valzad.
I
Valzad.
and I understand that, but for God's sake, we haven't even told the first Superman movie. We have not had, in this year, in this decade, we have not had a good Superman movie besides Man of Steel. We want a full
Yeah.
trilogy. We want
It's
what
like
the Batman got.
2013, I think. 2013, 2012, something like that.
Like, what are
Somewhere
we
around there.
doing here? What
Yeah.
what? And this is not a knock on Zod. This is not
I'll
this
say
this is
for
not
me
a knock
personally, it's a
on
knock on.
anyone.
I'll say for me, it's a knock on. I'll say it for me.
Or
I'll
the
speak for
for
myself.
Javelin. But what I'm saying is, I don't understand. Like, I would love to see this character because I don't know
I
much
don't.
of this character. But
I
here's
don't
the
give a shit
thing:
about them.
there's a time and a place. Just like Spider-Man 2099,
Yeah,
I
I
love
agree with.
Spider-Man 2099. Do I want to see him in the new Spider-Man movie? Not necessarily. I don't think. I don't think right now. My heart, not
Yes,
like
a
me. I
knockoff.
don't want to
You
see him right now.
right?
I want to see Henry Cavill. We all want to see Henry Cavill, and
Yeah.
that's why this saddens me so much, because it The Rock literally has given you the perfect setup. He literally has given you a chance to rewrite and fix what the old guard did, but instead, you said we're gonna do a new 52.
Wait, I think they're doing. They're not doing New 52,
No,
right?
no,
They're,
No,
I'm
he's
using,
giving an
oh, you're giving an
analogy.
example.
I'm
I
giving
got
an
you.
analogy of, like, they're basically rehashing and basically just destroying everything and saying we're doing something else.
And I get it. I get it. You want to get rid of that old universe because it's failed. Let's be real. It's failed in time, right? After the Man of Steel, everything else kind of crumbled, right? And I get it. But
That's because they
there's
rushed.
but you have to look at the best parts of it and be like, okay, what would people want to keep here? Henry Cavill is it's like that's like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Like no one can't see anyone else really playing Wolverine. So much so that they got to bring this guy back to play Wolverine one more time. Though he did say if Ryan Reynolds did ask, he would play as Wolverine again. But come on. Now it's to the point where I think, man, shit. After uh Hugh Jackman, honestly, I don't think I'd mind seeing Henry Cavill playing Wolverine. He got to look for it, bro. Just
I
get him,
agree.
just put hair all over his body and his face. It's kind of already in the Man of Steel when you look at it. It's like, I can see it.
I,
But
I
anyways,
no, I,
They'll
I
probably
get,
have him.
I get
If, they're
you.
gonna, if Marvel's going to take Henry Cavill, they're going to have him play Sentry, just like Ringo said. They're going to have him
but
play
look,
Sentry.
you're gonna have a dedicated movie based off of a knockoff character. Holy shit!
A tokenized knockoff character that's not
Holy shit!
as popular. I can't say not as liked because there are people that do like Valzad,
I
but
didn't say
it's
anything
like
about like. I said knockoff.
But I'm not. But again, it
you say
goes back.
knockoff.
It is, and I'm not calling it a knockoff. But what I'm saying is,
He is a knockoff.
I put the
Kinda
Black
is.
Superman in the same category as the Spider-Man 2099, where
Knockoffs.
if his storyline is great, we'll see what happens. But here's my thing: we don't have a good storyline or a good representation of the original Superman at all. So why
Okay,
would I
I'm gonna-
want?
Well, you
let's-
mean
let me-
for Henry Cavill Superman?
I'm talking about for like the
Or Clark
new,
Kent.
like of Clark, of like, okay,
Because you
the
can't
new,
say that because if you said the original, then that'd be blasphemous. Because
what
you
I'm
got
saying is, but what I'm
Christopher
saying,
Reeve Superman,
okay,
like it's perfect.
yes, I get what you're saying,
Bruh.
with Christopher Reeve, but to the level of what Man of Steel did for Superman,
Okay, okay,
that's
yeah,
what I meant. I'm saying
okay, yeah,
we are in a new era. Yes, I
yeah.
know y'all love Christopher Reeve so much, but that shit was campy. That shit was not good CGI. Okay, I'm talking about
Wait,
Dude,
wait,
that's not
wait,
like
wait,
the
wait.
what's it, eight? No,
That's
no, 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 no,
wait,
no.
you can't
Listen,
touch
listen, listen,
that.
listen, listen.
You can't touch
It's
that.
the wordplay that was used. I get what you're saying. You're
All
talking
right.
about since Man of Steel. I
yes,
got you. Now I agree with 100%. But
yes.
since you said we haven't had any good Superman since the original. It's like, well, if you're actually going to use the term original, that would be incorrect. But
Fine.
I know you're actually meaning
I'm talking about
2013.
yes, because
Yes,
honestly,
yes.
nobody, me personally, I don't know anybody who's looking back and watching the Christopher Reeve Superman like that.
A lot, yeah. Actually, a lot of people are.
If they are,
There
then
there are a lot of
Yeah.
people.
the
There are a
diehard.
lot of people
I don't
because
think
Christopher
all people-
Reeves. Okay, Chris Reeves. Yeah, it was a campy time, but that was that Superman at that time.
Yes,
for
That's
us.
literally
I
the
don't think-
Superman.
That was the Superman we
That's
grew up
literally
with.
the
actually.
Superman that
but what I'm
fucking
saying is-
Henry Cavill wants to
Exactly.
be.
Yes, and what I'm
Exactly.
saying is a lot
Well,
of
what
this.
about Superman and Lois?
Oh, he is that. It's just a different setting for
It is
him
a
because
different setting.
he's
But what
he's
I'm
playing
saying
a
is,
father as
but,
well.
but what
That's
I'm
true.
saying is that
He
the
exhibits
mainstream
everything that
appeal
Christopher
is
Reeve
not there. Even for Superman and Lois, not a lot of people even know that's even out.
That's
What are you talking
because
about?
CW.
No. I'm going to disagree. A lot of people do know that it's out. It's just that when it comes to CW shows in general, nobody talks about CW shows.
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
just
out
a
there like that.
CW effect. It's a CW effect.
But that's what
But
I'm saying. It's
anyone
not out there
or
like that.
anyone who watches the Superman and Lois will say they love that
Yeah,
show.
of course.
Like
Of
no
course.
one is gonna. And here's the thing.
Agreed.
Here's the thing. Also, here's the thing too. It's always going to be that way when it comes to the main films. Like the films will always usually generally outdo TV shows.
And that's
Usually,
my point. My point is this is why I say
just
going
because it's
back.
the mainstream.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see, as Jay calls it, a knockoff when the mainstream Superman has not been published yet, has not been fully thought out yet. That's what
Agreed.
I'm saying.
Now this is what I usually say. Val Zod is
Oh, you hate
Val-
shit.
okay. So this is what I usually say. Val Zod is a Superman. Just gonna keep it as a B. He is a Superman. But
Yeah,
but he is,
alongside some of the other knockoff Supermans. Yes.
yeah. Those are a Superman. Are they the Superman? Are
No.
they the Clark Kent?
No.
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 And I see what Ace is saying. We need the story of the Superman.
Yes.
Because
Clark Kent
if you
is
look,
Superman.
yes, and like you guys said, if you look at the Matt Reeves, there is a beginning, middle, and end with that series. Is there not?
Yes. Yes,
Yes,
there is.
we don't have that in the new era.
Yeah.
of
DC
Superman.
they
We
dropped the
don't have
ball
that.
with this. They dropped the ball for sure.
We
There's
already
no-
have that for Batman.
Yes.
We have a beginning, middle, end for Batman.
Yes.
We got that. We
Yeah.
don't have that for Superman,
That's correct.
and that's the reason why I'm saying I don't want to see these new iterations. I don't want to see a young
Yeah.
Superman. I don't want to see a black Superman, and it's not because any of that. It's not because ABCD. No. It's because we already had what we wanted, but they took that away from us.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, this is what mind boggles me. But then you have guys like Ben
Is this for
Affleck
real?
who wants to direct a DC film, and James Gunn is trying to find the right project for him. So you can find the right project for Ben Affleck, but not for Henry Cavill.
No, well, in fairness, James Gunn did say that they're open to working with or they plan on working with Henry Cavill down the road, but
He
I don't
did.
know. Well,
He
we
did.
don't know what that is going to be. So, does this mean that Henry Cavill will never ever play Superman again? I'm gonna say I don't know, because although yes, right now that's not the case. We've seen things in time where it's like, holy shit, you're actually coming back to play this. So I will keep a slight glimmer of hope alive, because we've seen a lot of shit in time where we thought it was dead, and then it came back and we're like, wow. Onyx asks a great question after this. Would he even want to? I would say yes, because he loves the character of Superman, and he's behind the fans.
Keep
And
in
it
mind,
seems to me
Cavill's a
like he doesn't
passionate
have
guy.
right, and it seems to me he doesn't have any hostility towards the studio or James Gunn about this. He understands that this is a business decision, so that's why. If it was a sour departure, then I would say most likely not. But it seems to me like he would be open to coming back if the cards were right. And definitely, he's probably gonna be like, "Yo, you're gonna have to pay me for this for real." So they're gonna have to probably take out their pocketbooks for Henry this time, if they haven't already before. So
You have to pay him top dollar at this point, because this man, because if you're willing to still keep to the what is it, Ezra Miller doing real life Grand Theft Auto and seriously a therapy session, and freaking no announcement of giving Miss Heard the boot, but you're gonna get rid of the guy that everybody wants. Yeah, pay top dollar for this guy to come back if he's ever interested. I don't know. Maybe I think personally Cavill's done being screwed over. Hopefully, this project at Amazon is worth his time, better than it was with Netflix, The Witcher. I just watched him in Enola Holmes too, which was a good movie. I do recommend watching that now.
And then